Platforms will always tell you what it is that they want. You don't have to wonder. You just go to the explore page and you look at trending videos and look at the patterns, look at the things that are consistent there. All right, welcome to the worst technologically challenged podcast that we've done to date. We are somewhere in the bowels of the Phoenix Valley. Is that what they call it?
The Valley of the Sun, actually.
The Valley of the Sun. Either way, Satan's butthole. We're here. It's not that hot yet. I've missed that.
It's only like 90 today.
Well, I'm in town. Obviously, we're in person together on this one. I'm in town. We got some cool things happening, cool growth in our business, and so we're here to make some moves, which is exciting. But we realized today's Wednesday, and our podcast comes out on Tuesdays, and we were out of town last week for business as well in Houston, and it's just been nuts. So we missed recording the podcast. So here we are this week, staying committed, getting it done. And by the way, we're the Tactical Agents. If you want to join our free community, tacticalagents.com, you can get the book for free. All of our trainings for free, value-added Facebook group. We have nothing to sell you. We're not, that's it. We're just giving it away and doing this podcast to help the industry. And there's more developments coming here that even Chris doesn't know about yet, actually,
really?
For this YouTube channel. So yeah, lots of cool things happening. So if you see this and you're in the real estate or even in the mortgage industry and you find this valuable, subscribe to it here on YouTube, follow it, subscribe on Apple Podcasts or Spotify or whatever. And today we are going to be talking about 5 principles for social media that I think can really help you grow your business in good ways. How do you have principles, not just the latest fad to follow, but how do you have principles that no matter what comes and goes in the world of social media, if you follow those principles, you'll be able to navigate your way through that. And we've been able to build a variety of groups and businesses and social media followings over the years. So this is kind of coming from experience and not just theory. So here, without further ado, are the 5. I wrote them down.
Yes. And I have
Screenshot
not
that.
seen
Can
any
you read
of
it?
these, so let's
learn
together.
I will say the principle, and then you
Okay.
just fire back what you think.
Okay.
Number 1, pick a platform.
Yes. Personally, I chose Facebook many years ago. I think you're kind of more on the IG side now.
Yeah, I've always liked Instagram better.
But it's super important because it takes sustained effort to grow with social media and to really reach your audience. It takes a very consistent, sustained effort. And it really gets difficult when you start adding a ton of different platforms to try to stay on top of it, to try to keep the content fresh on each one and not cross-post and intermingle stuff so that each different platform is just a copy of another one. So what you really need to do is drill down on one and then go all in on that one, put all your effort toward it and kind of focus. And it's like Gary Keller said years ago, the one thing, right? You need a one social media thing.
Yeah, I think especially if you are an agent who is like, I know that I want to do social media, but you feel overwhelmed at the thought of trying to like, man, I can't be everywhere. I got to post on all these different things. And then they make the mistake of, oh, this app will post market stats automatically on my Facebook page and that no one cares about or no one reads and all makes you look like the same thing as everybody else. If you want to let your real self come through, but you feel overwhelmed, that's why just pick one. Which one do you scroll the most? Like, is it TikTok? Is it Instagram? Is it Facebook? Wherever you need to find your audience in the water you're already swimming in. And that will be the easiest path for you. So pick a platform. Don't feel like you have to be on all of them. You can add them later on as you gain confidence and experience and learn to speak the language of social media a little bit better. All right, number 2, the trend is your friend.
Yes. Too often people try to innovate on social media and it's super hard to do. Like it is very unlikely that you are going to strike the next viral trend on social media by creating something new. Even, we take it back 10 years when we were doing things that were reaching millions and millions of people. most of it wasn't like this new innovative thing. It was our own spin on something that was already doing pretty well. So that's what you need to do with your social media is you need to find what other people are doing that works, tweak it, and go with that. So look at your feed, trends, your For You page if you're talking about TikTok, like whatever, where things are really going viral, and then you put your spin on it. It's like a hack. It gets you some free exposure.
Yeah, I would say look for trends. So you go to your explore page or trending, whatever. Find the trend, and that's going to let you know what's working. And here's the thing, it doesn't have to be, if you're in the real estate or MLO space or whatever, it doesn't have to be a real estate video or a mortgage video that you see. It just needs to be something that's viral,
Yeah.
right? What is trending right now? Is there a meme format or a video format that's trending? You might see a lawn care company make a hilarious video, and the question you need to say is, how can I capitalize? The trend is this wave, and how can I get up on my board and catch the wave, right? Like, what can I do?
I'm gonna give you a free idea right now. I'm sure some of you can jump on this. So if you spend any time at all on TikTok right now, the goth cowgirl thing is trending, right? With I know you don't
What?
spend
I
it's the
don't,
goth
I don't,
cowgirl.
TikTok is not my
Right.
thing.
So there's this country song that's playing, and this blue haired girl is dancing, and she's attractive. But so the thing now is to do a video where the song from that is playing, and it's like saying that all the guys and are staring at this like whatever, right? So you take that audio, that sound from TikTok, and put it over a house tour, and say, "Don't worry, guys, I got you." When your wife comes and checks this out to see what you were looking at on TikTok, you're looking at this house, right? And that's what I would do if I wanted to make a TikTok right now that would go crazy viral, because it would.
Oh, there you go. Now go try it.
Yeah,
Not all at the same time though.
yeah,
Yeah, I mean, find what works and then adapt it. But the trend is your friend. That it's the platforms will always tell you what it is that they want. You don't have to wonder. You just go to the explore page and you look at trending videos and look at the patterns, look at the things that are consistent there. All right. This is related, but number 3, imitate before you innovate.
yes. It kind of goes back to the same thing. It's You're not going to be the next great creator. It's like being the next great creator on a social media platform is lottery winning, right? Like it's not one of those things that happen, and you're definitely not going to do it by doing your own thing and going your own way, because the algorithm knows what it wants, and it's going to show people what is going to get in front of them. So the best thing for you to do is find somebody who is having the success that you want to have on social media, reaching the people you want to reach, and doing the kind of things that you want to do, and then just imitate them. I'm not saying copy them.
Yeah.
I'm saying imitate them. Go with the same flow, the same setup, the different ways that they're engaging with their audience. All of those things can really, level up your social media game by just, kind of imitating is really the only word for it. Imitating the people who are doing well on social media in the space you want to do well in.
And that's always served me really, really well is if I find somebody, you have like a fitness person that says, here's 3 myths about carbs, right? You look like, in my space, maybe I could say, here's 3 myths about the home buying process, or
Right.
3 myths about qualifying for a mortgage, or something like that, or 4. Just, but the concept is there.
Yeah.
And so, like, yeah, like Chris said, don't copy them, but you're taking, like, hey, that format works. How can I take the format that's already working and then apply it to my business or my location or my approach,
Yeah.
So imitate before you innovate. Number 4, collab, collab, collab.
Yes. The social media platforms right now are really rewarding working together and doing collaborative posts. Just the other day, a friend of mine who I'm doing another business with did a collab post. I have no followers on Instagram because I don't use it really, and he has 1,000 or so. And all he did different was he did a collab post, and I mean thousands of views on something that would normally get like 200 for us.
Yeah.
So they're really pushing that right now.
Yeah. So don't, a lot of people are afraid of that, but it exposes you to new audiences. And anytime you're collaborating with like-minded people, it's helping everybody.
Right.
So, yeah, anytime social media adds a feature like collab, you should do it because it's telling you if Facebook or Instagram or anybody, if they add a feature, they've added it in the hopes that people use it or they wouldn't have added it.
Right.
So it's like a cheat code because they're telling you this is what we want you to do. We don't want you to tag people. We don't want you to do that. But what we do want you to do is collab. And that's helpful.
Yeah. And to that point, when your social media a company launches a new feature, one, they're telling you that's what they want you to do. Two, they want that feature to be successful, so they're going to tweak their algorithm so that it gets more attention. So you're essentially just, the companies tell you what they want, and just do what they want. And if you just do what they want, you'll have a ton of success on social media.
Last one is measure and adapt.
Yeah. So, I mean, that's pretty self-explanatory. I would think, like, rate what you're doing, see how it affects your audience, and then adjust what you're doing to, things that if something, a certain type of post or a certain time of day or a certain collaborative post is getting more attention and getting more engagement and getting you more where you want to be, just do more of that. And if something is not, do less of that. I mean, it's like anything else, right? Is that, am I on
Yeah.
the right line with that?
Yeah. I mean, I would say like you want to measure the right things. A lot of people are into the vanity metrics, and those are very, very poor measures because there's a lot of people. I know people right now that make 10 figures a year that have very small social media followings. But the following that they have is super, super focused and engaged in what they're putting out.
Right.
So it's not the number of shares, it's not the number of comments, it's not the number of likes. And that's what a lot of people chase when they get like into social media. They're chasing the vanity metrics. And instead, you need to be if like for our approach to the real estate business, we're really big on you create content that leads to conversations. And if you're like just stumbling into this and you're like, what are you talking about? Hey, we've got 48 previous episodes. Just start there, get into the Tactical Agents group, get the book. You'll understand what we're talking about, but you got to create conversations. So my main metric is going to be if I'm going to try to dominate my local real estate market, my metric is not going to be how many likes did my post get. It's going to be how many conversations did this piece of content or this type of content generate? Because I know that I can't get business without creating conversations.
Right.
So measure the things that matter for your business and then track those things so that you know, right? Oh, hey, this content that I thought was going to be the main driver of growth actually was like number 2 or 3. Number 1 was a surprise, but now you know, and now you can adapt and change things up as you move forward. And all of these principles and everything, you got to be yourself. Just that's a bonus number 6.
Right.
Just
When
be yourself.
and when you talk about chasing the vanity metrics, that's everybody does that because everybody wants the views. They want the heart reactions and all that stuff. But and people ask me a lot, Chris, how do you get so many likes on your posts? And it's like that's not what you should be worried about. What you should be worried about is how do you get so many people to talk to you on your posts? Because that's especially if you're in a service-based business, the likes don't matter. Nobody cares.
Yep.
That doesn't matter. What really matters is how you take those digital connections and turn them into analog conversations that result in business for you.
Yeah. Well, there you have it. 5 plus 1 bonus principle to follow for social media. Again, you want to join us in our free community, the Tactical Agents, you can do that, tacticalagents.com, and then get into the group and get all the goods. Again, we have nothing to sell you. We just know that if we add enough value into the marketplace, maybe you'll want to do business with us on some level in the future. If not, that's also fine. We hope you win no matter what. And think tactically, not traditionally. We'll see you on the next one.